Welcome aboard, Bus 1. We're on our way to Death Valley, and we've got some time to kill. So let's play some trivia. Contestants, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Good morning. My name is Alec.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hey, I'm Sara.
Logan. Dude.
Hi, I'm Sam.
We got Annie.
Ham.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, is it officially Ham?
Yeah, we can say Ham.
Ham.
That's what I put
it's
on the
gonna be
buzzer.
Ham.
Okay.
Well, before we get started, let's go over the rules real quick. This game will consist of 3 rounds containing 5 questions each. Questions in round 1 are worth 1 point, round 2, 2 points, and round 3, 3 points. I will also be throwing in a challenge question where I'll be giving a fake answer to a particular question. If a contestant correctly guesses the challenge question, they will receive an additional 3 points. And if they incorrectly guess the challenge question, they will lose 3 points. You can guess the challenge question at any point in the game, and multiple contestants can challenge the same question. And as always, there will be no Googling.
Nice.
I think that covers it. Anyone have an idea of what today's topic is going to be?
I was really hoping that it would be Annie.
But I don't know anything about Annie, so I was really hoping
Annie.
it wouldn't be Annie.
The musical?
Yes.
Musical or the movies.
Is this because that one time, like a year and a half ago, we just did Annie trivia in your living room for like 3 hours?
Well, I feel like every time we hang out, I end up talking about Annie, so I was kind of hoping that you would make
This
it
is
Annie.
true. This is true.
Or Glee, I guess.
I had no
I've seen
thoughts.
Annie.
Well-
I'm game.
Yeah.
Well, I would know nothing about Annie. But today's episode is going to be on posthumous fame. So people who got famous after they died.
Okay.
Alright.
Do I have to know the names of these people?
We have legal permission to make jokes about all of these things.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
good.
All right, so let's get into round 1. Question 1. Before her demise in 1886 from Bright's disease, and after excessive editing in order to fit societal norms, only 7 of her poems saw the light of day. But after her death, about 1,800 of her influential poems were found and published, which garnered immense acclaim. Who is this poet?
Buzz.
Alec buzzed in first.
That makes sense. 'Cause we didn't know.
Emily Dickinson.
It is Emily Dickinson.
Nice.
I've got a
Good
book
job,
of her
Alec.
complete
Point
works.
for Alec.
I don't know anything about poetry. Dead or alive.
I don't know anything about poetry, but like I know their names.
Well, yeah, I could.
Emily Dickinson slaps. You guys should read Emily.
See, I feel like we might have a problem.
Isn't that
because
Jane
I can
Eyre?
hardly remember my own name sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not really great at names.
Yeah.
Is it all like, do you know this? Is it all like the name of the person?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Well, yeah. So during her life, her poems were posted in the newspaper anonymously without her knowledge, and it's most likely from her brother's wife, who personally received more than 200 of the poems. But it could also be insinuated from some of her poems, like publication is the auction of the mind. So it was pretty clear that she didn't like the thought of receiving publicity of any kind for her work. And she even wrote like a few times, she said stuff like, but we would rather from our garret go white unto the white creator, suggesting that she would rather die than sell her thoughts to the outside world.
She liked,
Depressing that
she
she
liked her
ended
thoughts,
up
I
becoming
guess.
really famous.
She liked her thoughts.
Why not make money on your thoughts? Come on. Life's tough. You need money somehow.
Especially if you had really good thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, if I could make money just off of thinking, I'd take it.
No one would pay money for my thoughts. I know that.
My thoughts are mostly blank most of the time.
Just
Yeah, it's nothing.
flatline.
Just pages and pages of blank pages.
Exactly.
Wow, that kind of sounded like a poem, Logan.
Well, good job, Alec, on getting that first point.
job.
We'll go to question 2.
Okay.
Galileo Galilei was charged with heresies, which are ideas that ran counter to the teachings of the church by the Inquisition, which is the legal body of the Catholic Church. He was found guilty in 1633 and served life imprisonment, but due to his age and poor health, he was allowed to serve out his sentence under house arrest. What claim did Galileo make that sparked this response? No one buzzed.
But I don't know. I can't even think of anything.
I think I know it, but I don't want to hog the buzzer.
Just do it.
I think you might
That's how you
have
win.
to. I got to be honest with you, Alec. Like,
You're in it to win it. You got to do it.
yeah,
I'm in
don't
it to
be a
win it.
weenie.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks for hyping me up. Okay. Is it that he said that is it when he said that the Earth was not the center of the solar system?
Yep, that was it. He
You know, I was
suggested
gonna
the
say
idea
something
of
about Earth.
heliocentrism.
I didn't even know.
That would have gotten you halfway there.
Yep. Well,
Wait, that wasn't
Good
right?
job.
No, that was it. Yeah, he released numerous
Oh.
publications about the heliocentric idea that the Earth orbits the sun instead of the sun orbiting the Earth.
Of course.
Yeah.
smart guy.
But I mean, he was pretty like acclaimed in his day because his most famous invention is probably the telescope, which he used to discover like craters on the moon and sunspots. But it wasn't until like after his death where he started to become a household name and was considered like the father of modern astronomy.
Well, didn't he like discover planets and stuff?
I think he was like the first to view and like record the rings of Saturn, I think, through the telescope, but I don't know about discovering planets.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your favorite fact you know about Galileo?
That one.
The one that Logan
Yeah,
just said.
That's a pretty good one.
My favorite. I think Logan knew it was my favorite, and that's
Yeah,
why he said
exactly.
it. I mean, even though I didn't know the answer.
Yeah, that was just a question for Alec. I knew you guys got that one.
Yeah, you knew we already had
I wanted
it.
to
So,
just
like,
let him get a
Guys,
few
stop
points
going
in at the
easy on
beginning.
me.
we just want to make Alec feel special today. Like, he's
Yeah, he needs
The prettiest
extra
boy in the world.
support. He's fragile.
Yeah. It's been a rough week.
Question 3. Vivian Mayer was an unpublished American photographer born in 1926. After her death in 2009, her negatives were found and the images were posted on the image sharing site Flickr, where the results went viral. Mayer's work subsequently attracted critical acclaim, and since then, Mayer's photographs have been exhibited around the world. What were the subjects of Vivian Mayer's photography? And I don't expect you guys to know this, but like, you can probably make an educated guess.
gonna say people.
You
No way.
gotta be more specific than that.
Objects.
Women.
I am allowed to. I just buzzed in.
Oh, say something. Something, you champ.
I won't accept women.
Logan. Soundbite.
Poor people.
I knew it
like-
as soon as I said it.
Depression era.
What was it, Sam?
Like poorer people. Poor.
Pores.
Were they poor?
I'm gonna say no, but it's like it's along the same vein.
Are we talking about like a certain geographical
I've heard this
area, or,
story.
like-
I've heard of this story before, and I don't remember what she did pictures of.
People
Okay, but was
who
it
were
people?
in
Should I
the
guess? I'll
area
guess.
of war.
That's not it either, but it is like people in a
Specific-
certain geographic area.
So I'm not gonna
Certain
get
geographic-
it. That's what I'm hearing.
Bro. Appalachian folks.
Ooh.
Not Appalachian folks.
Wouldn't that be neat?
I thought that was a decent.
Yeah, that's a good answer, Alec. Good job.
Someone should go take pictures of Appalachian folks.
Americans.
You get one more shot.
Americans.
Americans
Americans.
is true. Americans is true.
We're getting closer.
So far, Sarah's been right twice, and you haven't given her the points.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm really like the person getting there. Like I said people, I said Americans. Like how much closer are you expecting me to get here?
All right.
Idahoans.
City folk.
Unless Sarah can say that again.
City folk.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take that.
Animal
Sarah.
Crossing
Yeah.
City Folk for
Hell
we.
yeah.
What's the answer?
Yeah, it's the people and architecture of American cities, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. But it's primarily like working class people that she found. It was just street photography in metropolitan
Kind of
areas.
pieced that
Kinda-
together.
yeah,
It was
I
people.
feel like we should
it
all
was,
get those.
It was poor people because they're
And I can
working.
say that because I'm working
Not
class.
women.
I mean, I'm sure there were some women.
Not just women.
There were some women, okay, and city people, folk.
Yeah,
I
Sarah
did a good
gets
job.
the point for that one.
Oh,
Did you guys
yeah.
play Animal Crossing
She
City
pieced
Folk?
it all together. No.
It's the Wii version.
She was just taking photos of Animal Crossing. That's what it is. You
That's what
got
I was
it,
doing back
Alec.
then.
She's screenshotting.
But yeah, the people and architecture of American cities. Vivian Mayer, she spent a large part of her childhood in France, which made her appreciate the beauty of American city structure in the mid-1900s that most Americans at the time took for granted. So it was her duty, she felt, was to share that, American cities were beautiful, even though a lot of people at the time were criticizing them. And I think they still do today.
Yeah, they
Great
do.
job, Vivian.
Thanks, Vivian.
But that was recent because her photos were shared in 2009 is when they all came out because they were pretty much just kept in her personal collection until they were all shared.
When did she take the photos?
Well, she was born in 26, so it was probably the 40s through when she died in the late 2000s.
Gotcha.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Queen.
Good
icon.
trivia.
Yeah. Slay.
Good trivia. Patting you on the back.
That's what I wanted. Question 4. During his lifetime, Alfred Wagner was primarily known for his achievements in meteorology and as a pioneer of polar research. But today he is remembered as the originator of the continental drift hypothesis by suggesting in 1912 that the continents are slowly drifting around the Earth. Research decades after his death led to the discovery of this explosive boundary of the Pacific Plate. What is this boundary called?
Can I go?
Yep, Ham.
Pangea.
Not Pangea, but that's the other big discovery that came from his work. Do you want me to repeat the last part of the question again?
Are you asking what the boundary is?
Yeah. Research decades after his death led to the discovery of this explosive boundary of the Pacific Plate.
Buzz.
What?
Is it that one movie with John Boyega fighting robots, Pacific Rim?
Pacific Rim? No. It's the boundary has volcanoes all along its perimeter.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think I've heard of it. I'm only thinking of movies. I just thought of Tokyo Drift.
Have you seen Finding Nemo?
Yes, of course.
There's
the
a
EAC.
ritual that Nemo goes through, and he has to swim through the volcano.
What? That's what it's called?
Yeah, and the thing that the ritual
I know exactly
was called
what you're talking about.
is also the name of this Pacific Plate boundary full of volcanoes.
Sarah, it's your turn.
Putting you out of your misery.
Yeah.
It's also a song by Johnny Cash, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Why don't you just say it?
So you're telling me, Alec,
it's
that
not my
you know
turn.
it?
It's not my turn. I already
I
guessed
don't-
Pacific Rim.
Well, Sarah hasn't guessed.
Oh, so we have to go. We can't do 2 guesses in a row.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everyone gets a chance to go through them.
Gotcha.
We can circle back around.
That's fair, but I have no thoughts in my little brain. Literally, I'm just thinking of pictures of volcanoes,
Respectable.
floating through my brain, and no words. There's no words up there right now. Just pretty pictures. So,
No,
Alec.
I'm thinking of the Lava Pixar short. I Lava You Pixar short.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
So good.
Well, I want to go back to the Ham first if she has another guess.
You
Do
have
you?
another guess, Samantha?
I don't. I feel like once you say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, but only because of the Finding Nemo thing. Like,
I'm
I don't
pretty
think
sure
I actually
all
know the
of you
I think
have
all
heard
of us
this,
will go,
for sure.
yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't know that was called this.
Okay, I'm passing
What
the
is it
baton to
called?
you.
The Ring of Fire.
The Ring of Fire. That's
You're
correct.
That's what they do in
Ah.
Finding Nemo. So that's the
You're
only reason.
I would have
kidding
never
me.
thought that
Yeah,
that was a
exactly.
real thing. It
The
sounds
ring
Yep.
that's the,
far.
Roughly 90% of all earthquakes occur along the Ring of Fire.
I didn't know that was a real
And the ring
thing.
is dotted with like 75% of all active volcanoes on Earth are along this boundary.
That's fascinating.
That's crazy.
I really
That's
thought it would be a
crazy.
more scientific name.
Yeah,
or
I
something
thought that was just like a Johnny Cash
not
song
the title of a song.
about love.
The Ring of Fire.
Copyright.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess Alec, did you get that one?
I guess so.
that-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
did say
did.
it.
He really
Okay.
did. Good job, Alec.
Yeah, you're really
doing a
killing
really
it.
good job.
Good job.
You're a smart guy.
I've seen Finding Nemo.
Going on to the last question of round 1. Question 5. Sylvia Plath was an American poet, novelist, and Pulitzer Prize winner. Her most acclaimed work is The Bell Jar, which was released shortly before she took her own life in 1963. To what does the titular bell jar refer to in the book? And I have multiple choice here. Is it A, Esther's feeling that her madness distorts and separates her from the outside world? B, the jars containing fetuses at the attended medical school? C, the jar containing sleeping pills that Esther routinely considers and ends up trying to kill herself with? Or D, the name of the mental hospital where Esther eventually resides?
Buzz.
Ham buzzed in first.
A.
It is A. Esther's feeling that her madness distorts and separates her from the outside
I'm
world.
coming for you, Alec.
I thought that one would come off as like too like eye rolly and people wouldn't want to guess it, but it does it seems like the obvious choice.
Yeah, that's the one I thought, and then you started reading all the other options, and I questioned myself because I have a lot of self-doubt. So
Yeah, me too, but I just wanted a point, so
really,
I just thought I'd go for
you're
it.
just braver than
What
me.
is a bell jar? Like, what does bell mean? Is
Bell
that a type of
mason
jar?
I think it's just the shape of the
Oh.
jar. Like it
Okay.
like it's the one that goes up like this and it's in the shape of like a bell.
Can't see what you're doing, but
Visual medium.
yeah, I never read that book either. So
Me neither.
Me either.
I've heard lots of
Me
things
either.
about
I had
it.
to look up all of this.
So all of us are
Nice.
uncultured.
I feel like a bunch of people read that in like high school or something. But
I
I
think
did it.
it was a requirement
it's
for
a-
a lot of
it's a-
people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I think it was like semi-autobiographical, so like a lot of the mental health struggles that the main character in the book was feeling were like the same kind of struggles she was going through, and obviously a lot of that was like issues with depression and suicide, which is what ended up being the reason she took her life. And a lot of the like thought processes that the character goes through in the book are just direct experiences from her. So it's known as like a really good insight into the minds of people with depression and a really good representation of that.
I love it.
I'll
I should
look
read
inside the
that.
jar
Just be more educated and read it.
through the looking jar.
Through the Looking Glass. Anyone know what that's
Looking
from?
jar.
That's a trivia question.
I've heard it said before, but I could not point to
Freaky Friday.
what that means or where it came from.
Freaky Friday. It's the book that Jamie Lee Curtis writes.
Oh, from Freaky Friday?
I thought it was Alice in Wonderland.
It's probably from like every movie, but that's what I was thinking.
Not
Through
like
the
the
looking
movie.
Yeah,
glass.
it's probably
Isn't that?
yeah,
That's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
No, okay, can I look it up? Am I allowed to
Jamie
Google
Lee-
this?
but it's also
Jamie
Freaky
Lee Curtis
Friday.
writes in Freaky Friday.
Okay. Freaky Friday book.
I believe you. I
That-
mean,
No, I want to know. I allow this.
well, there's Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass is like one of the books.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was from. But no, it's obviously the book that Jamie Lee Curtis
that's
writes
what I'm
in Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
which came first? We're not sure.
Through the Looking Glass.
You're so right. She does have proof. It's
Through the Looking Glass.
By
There's
Jamie
other
Lee
words I
Curtis.
can't read because it's pixelated,
Well,
but I was right.
That would be
By
really
Dr.
impressive
Tess
if
I
that
can't read
trivia fact
something
was
Point.
worth
in
the
retro.
point.
Count it.
All right, do I get a point for that?
Yeah.
for asking a trivia question.
We're asking and answering a different question.
Your own question.
That should be a bonus round. People ask you questions, Logan.
Yeah,
We'll just have an entire episode on Freaky Friday. I'm sure there's enough there.
honestly,
I could
I'd
win
go
that, honestly.
Well, it's because you could do the reboot because there's like an old
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, I've
right,
never seen
yeah.
it, so
I didn't know that.
just
Me
the
neither.
Jamie Lee
I
Curtis
haven't seen
one.
either
There's
of
a
them, so.
reboot. Every movie's a reboot these days.
Well, that brings us to the end of round one. If we want to do a quick score update before we go on to round two. If I counted right, Alec has 2, right?
I think I have
think you
3.
have 3.
If you count
Okay,
it,
Alec has-
Ring of Fire,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got it right.
I guess.
Is it so 3-1-1?
3-1-1.
Yeah. What's the 3
Disney
1
311.
What's a 3-1-1?
Oh, that's 4-1-1.
Yeah, it is, but we'll
All right, well, round two, the questions will be worth 2 points each.
I'm ready.
Question 6. Herman Melville was an American novelist, short story writer, and poet of the American Renaissance period. Although his reputation was not high at the time of his death, the 1919 centennial of his birth was the starting point of a Melville revival, and Moby Dick grew to be considered one of the great American novels. Moby Dick is the antagonist sperm whale in the book, but what gave the name sperm whale to these creatures? And I have
I know it.
multiple choice on this as well.
okay.
Oh, you already have it.
He already knows.
Alec, do you think you know it?
No, do the
No,
the
give it a
question.
multiple
Give it a
choice.
multiple choice. Give us
Okay.
a chance.
You
Come
worked
on.
hard on
Yeah,
it.
come
I want to
on.
hear him.
Okay. A. This is a rough one to start with.
Okay.
A. A semi. Yeah, pretty much. A semi-liquid waxy substance on their head used to identify the creatures was long thought to be sperm. B. The official scientific name for the animal is Spermaceti macrocephalus, and the nickname sperm whale just stuck in the scientific community. C. They appear in the shape of a sperm cell when viewed from above the water's surface. D. Sperm whales consistently give rise to many ecosystems on the ocean floor when they die and then give food for thousands of sea creatures. Its ability to seemingly create life inspired scientists to name it in relation to the reproduction of life.
Nice one.
I have Ham buzzed in first.
Yeah,
I
which
just
one?
thought I'd put it in a guess. I feel like the first one.
That would be right. That's true. That's the reason. I
Is it really?
had
really?
to do some gymnastics and asking and like phrasing the question because I really wanted that to be the answer of the question, but I had to kind of describe Herman Melville, give his backstory, relate it to Moby Dick, relate it to the whale, and then ask this question about the whale.
Just so you could say he has sperm on his head.
Pervert.
It was a semi-liquid
Okay.
waxy substance on their head used to identify was long thought to be sperm, but it's not. I think it was. I don't think it's fully known what it's for, but it's like theorized that it's to help them like reach really deep depths, and somehow that like helps, or it's like it helps in their communication abilities
Logan.
because they're also super loud.
Logan, are you capping to us right now?
What were you going to say, Alec? What was your answer?
What did you? What did you think the answer was?
I'm pretty sure it's spermaceti, because spermaceti oil is the oil that they hunted the whales for
Ooh.
to make like candles and other stuff. That's like why Moby Dick they were on a whaling ship to hunt them for their spermaceti.
I don't know. I think I'm right.
That sounds
Well-
true to me.
You can challenge right now if you want.
Ooh, challenge.
I challenge you on
Uh-oh.
this.
All right. You'd be wrong. I was telling the truth.
No, spermaceti is a thing.
What does he lose for
Yeah,
challenging?
I know. I
Point.
did my research in making the fake answers.
Is that true? He loses a point
He should
for
lose.
challenging?
3
He
points.
loses
That's how
3
Scrabble
points.
works. Scrabble rules.
Logan, I don't believe you.
I looked up, like, I read about sperm whales to make up these fake answers. So spermaceti, I came across that word. Didn't know what it was, but it had the word sperm in it. So I put it in the scientific name for the whale. I don't know what the scientific name for the whale is. I just put that at the front.
So you made up the scientific name.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
I think macrocephalus is in it because I think that's for used across all whales, I think, but I'm not sure. I made up the scientific name. Spermaceti, I don't think is in the scientific name.
I think he should lose a point.
Yeah, boo.
He loses 3 points.
I lose 3 points.
3?
Yeah.
3.
Nice.
A whole 3 points.
Which was all my points. So I'm at 0 now. I don't know about that. I read Moby Dick and they said spermaceti a lot in there.
Yeah, I know.
Why'd you read that?
It's a real
plucked
word.
that word out because it was said a lot. Yeah, it is a good word.
But you're telling me it's because
He
of
was
the
trying to
jizz.
trick you.
It's
it worked.
not jizz though.
Okay.
Okay.
You learn something every day, I guess.
Oh man, this is a rough transition.
From sperm to whatever's next.
And Frank. Question.
You didn't think about that one, Logan. Oof.
Ouch.
Question 7.
All right. Serious faces.
Anne Frank
Come on.
rewrote her famous diary entries while still hiding. For what reason? And I have this as multiple choice as well. So she rewrote her diaries for what reason? A, her saviors discovered multiple journals and had them burned, and then rewrote all entries in a larger secret book, including the years December 1942 to 43, from memory. B, she heard a radio broadcast asking everyone to keep their diary entries organized in order to have detailed accounts of the Dutch under Nazi occupation. C, her sister Margot Betty Frank was also writing diaries, although not as detailed as Anne's, and Anne decided to compile their experiences into one volume. D, multiple diaries from Anne Frank were discovered, including an additional volume containing copies of all the entries, but it is unknown why Anne decided to rewrite her diary entries.
I'm going to guess.
Sarah buzzed in first.
I'm going to say the last one. I don't remember what letter.
That it's
it was.
unknown why?
Yeah.
It is not D.
Darn it. I tried.
I was thinking that too.
Okay.
Ham buzzed in next.
The fact that she heard it over the radio.
Yep, that was it. B.
Oh.
She heard a radio
Wow.
broadcast
That was my
asking
second.
everyone
I'm
to
the
keep
smartest person in
entries
the room.
organized.
Well, in the
Yeah.
Discord.
I mean, the scoreboard would agree with you.
Yeah. And the scoreboard does not lie.
Spermaceti.
That was my second
That
guess.
is 2 more points for Sam.
Oh my goodness.
2. I forgot these are worth 2 now.
Yeah, how's it feel to be a loser?
How does it
Alec?
feel to have 0?
I've got nowhere to go but up, baby.
It's a good positive
That's
attitude.
true. Question 8. This double Nobel Prize winner gained critical acclaim in the scientific community for research related to their second Nobel Prize, but they never got to receive it due to an early death related to the research. This is
Damn
perfect.
it.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Ham buzz first.
I don't know anything about Nobel Prize winners. I'm just going to throw a name into a ring. I don't even know if the timeline matches up. Albert Einstein?
Not Albert Einstein.
I figured, but I don't
they
know
were
any other
friends.
name. Oh, wow. It's kind of right then.
They hung out.
Alec.
Is it Marie Curie who did radioactivity stuff?
Yep, it was Madame Marie
good
Curie.
job.
She died before she was able to receive her second Nobel Prize in chemistry for her work on isolating radioactive elements, which launched her work into worldwide fame and study. But like I said, she did win twice. So she also won back in 1903 for her discovery of radium and polonium. But she worked with radioactive elements for a couple decades, and that ended up killing her before she was able to receive her second Nobel Prize.
Nice.
Sad.
Nice.
That's so metal. Didn't her husband also die from it, or I know he was also involved with it somehow.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because she was probably radioactive, and I'm guessing they were around each other.
I thought he helped. I thought he was also around.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. Well, that's two for
I guess
Alec.
I guess you could say she couldn't find the Madame Marie cure for her cancer or whatever she had.
That was a good one.
Okay.
There's no good response to that.
What was the band that sang that song Radioactive?
Radioactive?
What was that band that sang that?
Oh, Imagine Dragons. Yeah.
Oh
Imagine
yeah,
Dragons?
Imagine me dragging
Yeah.
these nuts on your face.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was
Hell
that's
yeah.
a classic.
Oh
That's a
yeah.
classic.
Play the song right now Logan, when you edit this.
When you edit this.
No, actually just play the just play that part.
All right, it already happened.
Wow. Thanks for that,
All
Logan.
right, question 9. Only 37 years old when he died and having only sold one painting, Van Gogh sadly did not live long enough to see the extent of his legacy, which includes his works now being some of the most expensive in the world. How much money do you think the highest bid for a Van Gogh painting to date is? And I'm going to go Price is Right rule, so try to guess below, not above. If that makes sense.
I'll try. To date, so like I don't know. So like
The
maybe
highest
it
bid for a
happened
Van Gogh
recently.
painting to date.
Okay. I'm going to say I have no idea like what's way too high of a price, but I'm going to say
Yeah.
like 300 million.
Okay.
You next.
Ham buzzed in next.
That's like, I was going to say 10 million. I also don't know how much art goes for.
And I'm going to go really high and say like 2 billion.
Holy cannoli.
Sam is gonna get that
Let's
because
go, baby. Price is Right rules.
the highest bidding price was $83 million for Portrait of Dr. Paul Gaucher in 1990. That's the highest bidding price to date, but not all of his paintings have been auctioned. So like, for instance, Starry Night, it's currently located in the Museum of Modern Art in New York, but it's estimated that if it went up for auction, it would sell for well over $100 million. So it's not to say that this is his most,
Expensive.
yeah, it's not his most expensive work or his most valued work, but it's the one that has sold for the most amount of money.
I knew that.
Good job.
Have you guys seen Starry Night in person
No.
in New York?
No.
I haven't been to that one.
I'm a
Have
little
you?
annoyed because I know I've been there, but I didn't see Starry Night though. Or if I did, I don't remember it. And I feel like I would remember that. But I've been to that museum. So when I was researching this and found that out, I got a little annoyed that I didn't go and see it when I was in New York.
I've seen the flowers, whichever
Iris?
one that is. That's famous. It's like a flowers
Did
in a
like the
vase.
touring,
Iris?
did
The
the
ones in the
Van Gogh
vase?
tour, did they bring like actual paintings along or was it just like a visual experience?
Oh,
thing?
the immersive Van Gogh thing? No, that was just a
no.
video that you
They're
watched.
just videos
basically.
up on the
No,
wall.
there is one.
They have, because they have some in the IMA's collection. So they just like put them at the end. But
They didn't have anything the one I
IMA?
saw.
The IMA has Van Gogh paintings? Oh, I did
Yeah.
not know
I
that.
think they have at least one. I don't know what it's called.
I saw the traveling Van Gogh exhibit in Houston. Logan, I thought you were there too, but anyhow.
Is that when we went there over spring break?
Yeah.
When we went to Houston.
The only time you or I have probably ever been to Houston.
That's when you went to Houston.
I did not go to a Van Gogh exhibit in Houston though.
Well, they
Oh,
had
well.
like 4 starry nights, so that's embarrassing for you.
Well, I came really close to having worthwhile experiences multiple times, but just never got there.
That's sad.
Sad for you.
Question 10, last question of round 2. Born in 1914, Hedy Lamarr was an Australian-American actress and inventor who pioneered the technology that would one day form the basis for many of today's modern technologies. However, she never saw a single penny for her patented invention used by the U.S. military in the World War II conflict against the Axis powers. This is going to be multiple choice. What was her patent for? A radio wave guided projectile used to hit enemy submarines with incredible precision. B, secret communication channels unable to be discovered or listened to by enemy forces with the technology of the time. C, a music box with multiple well-hidden compartments that was stationed in all U.S. Army general quarters that would only open for those with necessary security clearance and was the location of top secret documents. Or D, a bullet-resistant fabric that was incorporated into all vital areas of all Army uniforms starting in 1943. Alec buzzed in first.
I think it's I think it was B, it's walkie-talkies.
The secret communication channels unable to be discovered.
Yeah.
That is not the one I had. Not the correct answer. Ham buzzed in next.
C.
The music box with hidden compartments stationed in all areas is not correct either.
I can't remember what C was, but
so I'm gonna say D.
The bullet-resistant fabric incorporated to all vital areas of Army uniforms is not correct either. The answer was A.
You did a bad job.
So her invention was heavily related to do with frequency hopping of radio signals, Alec. So, I mean, it was used in a variety of technologies by the U.S. military. But a big one was that it was used as a guided projectile to hit enemy submarines because the enemies wouldn't be able to tell where the source was coming from and wouldn't know the best way to maneuver away from the incoming projectile.
I was also going to guess the secret one, but when he already chose that and it was wrong, I just kind of guessed a random one. Yeah, I just guessed a random
That would
one.
not have been a good move to also guess the one revealed as the end.
I guess it, though. No.
Well, no one got that one.
I think I recently heard the story of the person who invented walkie-talkies, and I was just stuck on that.
Maybe so. I mean, I can look it up if it was related to that because I'm
and I remember it now.
Frequency hopping technology.
No, I know I'm not right because I was watching a video about things Canadians invented, and one of them was walkie-talkies. And you said she was from Australia.
Austrian, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she was like a well-known like actress of the early 1900s, and she just like did all of this stuff on the side. She ran into like people in Hollywood who were working on like secret stuff. She managed to like get involved in a couple patents of people that were working on like secret science stuff, but she was unable to like receive credit for it until it actually wasn't after her death. It was like near the end of her life, but I decided to include that because I just think it's a good story.
That is a good
story. Inspiring.
Inspiring.
Good for her.
Well, that's the end of round 2. If we want to do another score check. Alec, where are you at?
I have 2.
Ham, you got a couple right in this one, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
What is it?
Oh, are we supposed to?
I think
you got at least
Did you get 2?
I got at least 2 right.
2, and there were.
Ham, you got 3 right because you got the
Nice.
the Van Gogh painting one.
Dang.
So Ham has 7.
I have 1.
What the
So Ham has 7. Alec has 2. Sarah has 1.
Yeah,
Close game.
makes sense.
Didn't I have 2 point? I don't really care.
I think it was 3-1-1 at the end of round 1.
It was.
Okay, yeah, I trust you guys.
Do you need to take a tinkle break?
I don't know.
Ham told me that she had to tinkle.
You can
we
take a break.
We might need to let her go take a quick tinkle.
Sorry, guys. I won't be any fun if I don't.
She's already shaking her legs. So.
We'll leave all of the silence in for.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
We're waiting.
we'll fill in descriptive audio.
So currently she is running to the door.
Walks off camera.
She shut it. I just heard the toilet seat open. Okay, now I'm listening
She's
to her
ripping
pee.
ass
She
now.
is peeing. Solid stream, steady,
that is
like
disgusting.
healthy. Seems like a good
Sam is
pee.
battling for her life off camera.
To see a doctor.
You can
All
smell
right, I
it
think she's
from
finished. Just waiting on that flush.
here. What is this episode going to be titled? Like
I was gonna ask about that.
Posthumous Fame?
Right? It doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
But I think that would all it needs to be called.
Or
People
just
who got
like
famous
fame
after they
death
died.
or something. Yeah.
Dead people doing stuff.
Dead people that did
when
stuff.
you die, but before that you had a good thing
When
you
you
did.
die, but before you died, you did a thing where you before
You were famous for it.
Sorry if it picked up the flush.
did it. I hope it did. You should add in a flush sound effect.
Yeah, it happened.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
She also
We were
washed
just
her
listening
hands,
to
just so
Radioactive
you know.
by Imagine Dragons that whole
Oh,
time.
good. Were you making some Dragon D's nuts nose jokes?
No,
Multiple.
Yeah, we just said the same joke a few times to
just kept
practice.
over and over.
It's a good one, though, right?
It's really good.
It's even better when you really catch someone off guard with it, which I don't think I did here.
All right.
But anyway, next.
Next.
Are we ready to move on to
Yep.
round 3?
Yeah.
Bladders
Yes.
empty,
Yep.
hearts
Yup.
full.
Yup. All right. Round 3. Question 11. Edgar Allan Poe's work is particularly notable for being at once terrifying and yet undeniably beautiful, a rare quality in contemporary horror. He spent most of his adult life in relative poverty, supplementing his income by writing for journals and periodicals. The work earned him a reputation as a respected literary critic, but these circles were very small. His only truly successful work in his own lifetime was The Raven. Posthumously, his poetry and short fiction work was translated into French where it became quite popular before spreading across the globe. Which of the following is not a name of a short story published by Edgar Allan Poe? And so I'll give you 4 choices. A, The Scythe of Time. B, Never Bet the Devil Your Head. C, A Descent into the Maelstrom. Or D, Midnight Bones.
I don't know who buzzed first.
I think it was Sarah first.
It was Sarah first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Midnight Bones because if that was a title, he did a bad job.
Maybe it was a
I need
French
to stop with this
translation.
reverse psychology stuff. Because, yeah, that's the one I made up. But
Thank God, I
it sounds
got
like
one
it would
right.
be the one I made up when I say them all out loud.
It sounds bad. Midnight
It does.
Bones.
And I thought
You
it
laughed
would be
while
funny.
you said it.
I know.
Okay.
But
wow.
I was starting to think through it. I was like, maybe that was like the French translation back to English like didn't work that well.
right.
Midnight Bones.
Midnight Bones.
I like it, Logan. It's good.
Thank you. I think it sounds like, I mean,
It-
I did go through like all of his short story titles, and that title does fit in very well with like the rest of his work, but,
Like,
but
which
it doesn't
ones,
fit in
Logan?
very well with the 4 I mentioned.
Which ones does it fit with, Logan?
I hadn't heard of any of those, so
Let me see.
Afternoon Skeleton.
Afternoon Skeleton. Spooky, Scary Skeletons by Edgar.
Spooky Scary Skeletons by Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, guys.
Question 12.
Next question.
Jane Austen gained acclaim status after her death at the age of 41 to an unidentified disease. Her 6 full-length novels have since rarely been out of print, including an estimated 30 million copies sold of Pride and Prejudice. What is the name of the intelligent, gentlemanly love interest in Pride and Prejudice?
Oh, frick.
Ham.
Okay, it's Mr. Something.
It is Mr. Something. I was
You
thinking
got it.
Something.
You didn't get
Okay.
Mr. right.
I know.
I know it.
Let Sarah get it.
Isn't it Mr. Darcy?
Oh,
Wait a
that's
second.
it.
Yeah,
I said
that's it.
It's too late. Too late, I said it.
Hold on a minute.
Sarah, no, yeah, Sarah. I mean, there's no way to prove that that is what you were going to say, Alec.
Okay.
I think it's got to go to Sarah.
You're right. I don't deserve
That's
a
a good.
chance.
That's a really good
To be honest,
strategy,
I didn't
Sarah.
look at
Just
who
say the
buzzed.
right answer.
I didn't look at who buzzed when. I just, I was just.
Well, it worked
I
out.
was
I'm
just
so
going.
glad we
You
have a
got-
buzzer.
I did tell her
You
to
got
go.
3
so-
points
I
out.
didn't have my thing scrolled down far enough, so I really couldn't see who buzzed when. This
That's
whole
an
time
honest
I've
mistake.
just been guessing.
That's fine.
Just give her the points.
There's still time.
You know,
I can still
I've
catch
been-
up.
Sarah's
been-
getting the Sarah's getting the point. Sarah got
As I
3 there.
should, because there's no guarantee I will get a single point the whole rest of the game. So no one should really.
You just got the last one.
Well, no one has a guarantee. Yeah, you got the last 2. That's a 6-point swing.
Oh, wow. Good
Yeah,
for
good
me.
job.
Sorry, Alec.
All right, question
That's all right.
13. Gregor Mendel was a freelance scientist in the 1800s
Peas.
whose work you might often associate.
Oh.
Is that? Are you submitting that as an answer?
What'd
No,
you say?
I just said that and I wanted to see your reaction.
Did you say bees? Is that what you said?
No, peas.
Oh.
Oh, peas. All right. Well,
Sorry, my bad.
Gregor
Keep going.
Mendel was a freelance scientist in the 1800s whose works you might often associate with the tool used by high schoolers around the world called Punnett squares. What scientific discipline did Gregor Mendel make contributions to?
Is it multiple choice? or no?
Alec.
I want to say peas again, but I'm going to say botany? Genetics?
Yeah, genetics.
Okay.
I specifically had in my notes, I'm like, the answer is genetics and heredity, and in parentheses, be more specific than botany.
Okay. It's like, I knew we did it with plants, so.
Yeah, he's now considered to be the father of modern genetics, but his work was largely dismissed in the scientific community in his own time, as it did not fit with the current models. But by the early 1900s, a number of researchers revisited or rediscovered his works, and Mendel's laws went on to lay the foundation for what we now know as genetics.
Nice.
Was the peas were the
Yes.
peas related to like the Punnett square stuff? Because
He
now
did
I'm
he did
now
an
I'm-
experiment with peas.
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
did.
sure that's a thing.
He like crossed.
yeah, crossbred the peas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
And
how he
then
like
wasn't it,
learned
like,
about
different colored flowers
genetic-
or something.
the dominant genes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I remember.
So-
I did. You just brought back the memories of the Punnett square peas from high school.
Okay, I have to tell you something though. The Punnett squares that you learn in high school, like this basic
Yeah.
one, do you know what I'm going to say, Logan? The basic one you learn is
No.
like brown eyes is dominant over blue eyes, right?
Yeah.
And they're
Right.
like, and it, so if the parents have blue eyes, their kids have to have blue eyes because it's the recessive gene. No, that's not true. My parents both have blue eyes and I have brown eyes, and everyone
Well, you're
called me
adopted.
adopted because of it. But it's not that simple. I looked it up. It's more complicated than what they teach you. Punnett squares are just, an intro to what's actually going on. So
It's fascinating.
Right. Yeah. I think it's just like a useful tool. It's not like a standard model.
yeah.
Or
Well,
Alex
there's more
adopted.
than one
Yeah.
gene that controls, different stuff. So it doesn't
Or
work that well.
Alec is adopted.
Or I'm adopted,
Or
but
Alec is
probably not.
What's more likely, that everyone in the entire world is wrong,
Or that Alec is adopted.
or that Alec is adopted?
I've asked myself this before.
Who got that? I forget. Alec did,
Alec.
right?
Alec did.
Yes.
Because he said
I
botany,
got it.
peas,
Yes.
I
genetics.
said peas,
'Cause he said
botany,
botany.
genetics.
Peas, botany, genetics. All right, good job. 3 points. Question
Nice.
14. Bessie Coleman was an early American aviator. She was the first African American woman and first Native American to hold a pilot license. Sadly, she could not get sponsorships like Amelia Earhart through press, books, and brand deals, likely due to prejudice of her skin color, and was only able to make ends meet while flying for a living through this dangerous occupation, which ultimately ended her life. And this is multiple choice. Did she A, she piloted planes carrying dangerous chemicals and waste? B, she was a stunt pilot performing at dangerous air shows? C, she flew as a training instructor for new pilots in the military? Or D, she tested new prototype designs of military aircraft by volunteering to fly incomplete designs to review and make comments to the engineers? Ham.
The last one.
She tested new prototype designs is not correct.
Fudge.
Fudge.
Frick.
Sarah's next.
Okay, I'm gonna say she was a stunt pilot. Was that B?
Yep, that's right.
I thought
she
that was
stunt
too
pilot.
silly.
She
I knew
performed at dangerous air shows.
Sweet.
Yeah, and that she ended up dying in a crash while
Gosh.
doing like a dangerous stunt at an air show as well. So that
Rip.
sucks.
So that sucks.
Big old bummer.
You could say that after every question.
So
That's true. This is just
So
a
that's
series of
it.
downers.
Sorry.
I tried to lighten up the last question. Sarah, you're like killing it this round.
Okay, well, my brain is activating. The coffee's hitting.
Yeah, finally.
It's
coffee's-
peaking at the right
It
time.
only took about an hour.
I'm still mad about spermaceti, not gonna lie.
Get over it. I won.
Oh, it's such a good word. Yeah, so this will be the last question. Question 15.
Okay. Here we
Jeff
go.
Buckley only made one complete album before his untimely death at the age of 30, before he was able to see his massive success on the charts with his beautiful rendition of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. This song got another revival in the 2001 animated film Shrek. What is happening on screen while the song Hallelujah is playing in the
I
background?
can't press it. Buzz.
It's I have multiple choice.
What is happening on screen?
How did he get it?
Yeah. Do you want me to read multiple choice or are you buzzed?
Well, first of
Or are you
all, I
just gonna
don't think
answer?
Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah is the one that plays during Shrek. Let's get that straight.
It's not. It's not. It's not Leonard Cohen. It's not Leonard Cohen's either. But it did like spark love for the song again though.
Isn't it Rufus Rainwhite's?
Well, the version that plays in the movie and the version that's on the soundtrack are also different versions. So I think the version on the soundtrack album is the guy you just said. I forget his name.
Rufus Wainwright, who is also in Carly Rae Jepsen, The Loneliest Time. So anyhow.
So yeah, but
what was the
the one in the
question?
movie is not Jeff Buckley or that version. What is happening on screen while the song Hallelujah is playing? You all buzz, but I do have multiple choice. Do you want me to read multiple
Okay.
choice?
Well,
Sure.
it's, I guess, but like, are you going to give me a chance?
You can. Everyone buzz, so you can.
You buzzed
ahead.
first.
You'll get to answer first.
Okay, fine. Let's hear
It'll
the
be
choices.
okay. It's gonna be all right.
What if
Hey.
you say it before me?
I'm not gonna. I swear. One time mistakes. That's all you, Alec. We're rooting for you again.
I'm not.
Is it A?
Just kidding.
Shrek overhears Fiona talking to Donkey about how they can't be together because of appearances, which Shrek incorrectly assumes she was talking about him. Shrek then sulks alone. B. Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona go separate ways after Shrek delivers Fiona to Farquaad and tells off Donkey. The song plays over as each character is alone, contemplating the situation. C. Fiona is walking down the aisle at her wedding and realizes that she needs to leave Farquaad and go be with Shrek. D. The song plays as a time lapse as Shrek and Donkey are connecting on their journey by doing activities such as stargazing, talking by the fire, and cooking together.
Okay. It's B. It's when they're all contemplating.
It's B.
Yeah. He looks in the water.
Yeah. No, he looks in
He's
he looks
by
like a
the
broken
water.
glass.
Donkey looks in the water or
Oh,
somebody.
right.
And Fiona has the wedding cake and she pushes Lord Farquaad's thing down
Yeah,
into the cake
down
to make
into
him
the-
short.
Wow.
Dang it. Stop.
You know,
Wow.
like all the details.
I just watched Shrek like 2 weeks ago.
Are you serious?
I watched all three. Yeah.
Amazing.
Well,
All
I
three.
guess there's more than
there's
three.
The fourth one is better than the
I
third
had to do
one.
it. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen the fourth one, but I watched the new Puss in Boots movie, which is why
It's
I went
so
back and watched all the
good.
Shrek movies.
I haven't seen it yet.
I even like the first Puss in Boots movie.
Available
too.
on streaming.
Well,
Well, that's a
I have to do that.
3
Throw
point.
up in your hand a little bit.
she said, Alec. Point.
I did cough. I don't want the mic to pick it up.
Well,
I think it's still
Well,
good.
that was a 3-point Shrek question to end the game.
Heck yeah.
Do you want to do
Shrek the third?
a quick score update before we get into what you guys think the challenge question might have been?
oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I have 8 points now.
Do you?
Wow.
How many do
I
I
think you had
have?
9 because I have 7.
Sarah has 9, and then Ham has 7, right?
Who'd have thought?
Yes. I would have gotten 10 if I could have gotten the Shrek one first. When you clear the
All right.
buzzers, do they clear all at the same time? Or do you clear
I
some
think
people's
she's
before?
accusing cheating.
It clears all at the same time.
Okay.
So if I clear it,
Because I
it'll
pressed it
boop everyone
as
out.
soon as it turned green.
I
Just
pressed
wanna
it
say that.
sooner than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going.
I don't like the
All right,
buzzer,
so Alec-
TBH.
It's getting a little heated. Ham is really mad about this.
I could
thing.
be in the lead.
She can still win. She can still win.
I can't
It's
challenge
anyone's
him.
game.
Yeah, Alec is locked in place at 8, and Sarah, you have 9. Ham, you have 7. I can go over all of the answers real quick and see if one jumps out to you guys before you guess. Would that be
Okay.
helpful?
Yeah.
All right.
One later.
So
I can't
What's-
challenge, but if I were to challenge again, I would challenge Midnight Bones.
Wait, so we just have to challenge?
Gotta be
one?
real.
Yeah, you have to.
What was that? Okay, sorry. What?
It's a gasp. Surprised
A
gasp.
gasp.
Oh, I
gasped.
thought that was a cough, and I was like, that's a funny cough.
It's an inverse cough.
So we are just like, this is the one that we're challenging.
Yeah,
And then-
I made up one of these answers, or I gave an incorrect answer to one of those.
gosh.
What do you think,
I
Ham?
think the one that was incorrect and the one that you made up was the flying one.
Bessie
Sounds
Coleman doing air shows?
Yeah.
Sarah, what about you?
I should have listened better when you were repeating all the questions. Alec, what do you think?
I said
If
Midnight
Alec had
Bones.
to challenge.
That's the one you said?
No, I challenged already. I challenged sperma, the jizz of the whale.
Oh, yeah.
The sperma,
The whale.
the jizz whale question.
The whale with the sperm head.
So I can't challenge another one because that one's definitely not it.
Correct.
So we know it's not that one. Ham, I think you're wrong.
Me too, but that just sounds really silly.
People do silly stuff.
I know, but like,
Could do silly stuff.
I think you're wrong.
I would challenge Midnight Bones. That's got to be one.
It's not. It's not. It's really not. I'm just gonna say one. Was it the bell jar one? Maybe.
Oh,
The bell jar one and the stunt show one. Those
Yeah.
are both wrong. The real fake answer I gave was actually in relation to Madame Marie Curie.
Oh,
I was.
She actually died in 1934, more than 2 decades after she received her second Nobel Prize, and she was well respected in her field throughout her lifetime. But she did end up dying due to, I think it was cancer, because of her research with radioactive materials.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd be able to
dang.
slip that one in there, that she died pretty early before she got,
tricked
notoriety.
us. You darn
Trick, yeah.
trickster.
So the whole question was a lie. There was no right answer.
The whole question was a lie. I mean, not really.
You prefaced the question.
really.
You prefaced the question saying who died before they could receive their second
Right.
Nobel
She
Prize,
didn't.
which
True.
that's a lie.
Yeah. But I set up the question too by describing Madame
She did
Curie, which was
die
all true.
at some
I didn't
point.
lie about her research or anything.
Oh, right, but there was no right answer to that question. Is what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. I was trying to get you to say Madame Curie.
Are you trying to have your own points taken away, Alec? Because you got it
No.
right, but you
No,
got it
I-
wrking technically because it was wrong. So are we
That's
taking
so
your point
true.
away? Come on, let's
They
do it. Let's
they
take
don't
it.
they
Don't.
don't go away retroactively.
Technically, you got it wrong.
He's already
Technically,
he already lost. Sarah won.
That's crazy to me. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's 6-5 to 4. 6-5-4. Sarah, Ham, Alec,
Good for
or
me.
Sarah,
Wait,
Alec, Ham.
why did I lose points again?
Oh, you didn't lose. You didn't lose points.
It was 10. It was 9, 8, 7.
Oh, so yeah. So Alec stays at 8 then, right?
Yeah.
because he challenged
So
earlier.
Alec wins. So
Alec
Alec wins.
wins. I was gonna say something about this just is not right.
I honestly feel like you should have, because you got so many of
Wait,
those.
I'm confused how
final
Alec
round
wins because you
questions,
had
right?
9.
Yeah, but we lost points because we weren't right about the challenge question. But
The
Alec
challenge
already
question.
did his challenge question. Like he already challenged.
Oh, okay. So you
Earlier
only
in
get
the
okay.
episode.
That makes sense. Now I get it. I lose either way.
Alec won with 8.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job, Alec.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be Googling the origin of sperm whale as soon as this is done.
It can be an addendum to the episode where we just talk about sperm whales for more if you want. But in the meantime, it looks like we've rolled into the station, so that's all the time we have. Before we go, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song, 5978, which is a banger. If you enjoyed your ride on Bus 1 today, we'd really appreciate it if you told your friends about us and left a rating review of our show. We're on all social medias at Bus1 Trivia, that's BUSONE Trivia. You can submit topic and question ideas, as well as view our entire library of podcasts at bus1trivia.com. Thanks for riding Bus 1, and we will see you next week.
Thank you to our producer, Trevor.
Yeah, thanks, Trevor.
And thanks to our producer, Trevor.
Yeah.
Yay.